Hello, and welcome to Love Energy from livingnaturally.bandcamp.com, a place for people to free their soul and connect their spirit. My name is Rita Hickman, and I am a director of Living Naturally and CEO of Inspire. Please listen to this audio in a comfortable area where you won't be disturbed, and avoid listening to this download when you need to concentrate on something else, such as when driving. Hypnosis is a normal mental state and carries no special risk. Most of us function in a hypnotic state when we are daydreaming, watching a fire, or at times commute driving. Please listen to these audios mindfully, as your safe use of them is your responsibility. Self-healing audios can be used during repetitive calming activities, such as while working around the house, running, taking a bath or shower, or going to sleep at night. More Living Naturally audiocasts can be found at inspiremassage.com and livingnaturally.bandcamp.com. While you start to settle in and relax, I'm just going to say a little bit about emotions. Most emotions feel powerful and magical. They also feel out of our control. And to our conscious mind, they are. But sometimes, an emotion is an idea, such as when we choose to love our families. Even when we don't feel loving, we have decided to love our relations. In actuality, felt emotions are choices too. We feel things based on our conscious, subconscious, and unconscious thoughts. Have you ever been attracted to someone until they started to talk? Our opinion of the person affected how we felt about them. How about, have you ever gotten to know someone, and the better you knew them, the more you enjoyed their company? Our thoughts, ideas, and beliefs direct all of our emotions, including the lovely feeling of being in love. With this audio, you'll learn how to access your subconscious mind to choose what you feel. And like all mind states, you can learn how to tap into your subconscious mind and feel in love whenever you like. Like any emotion, we can learn to navigate and manage it to our highest good. The feeling of love is no different. The most enlightened people know how to inspire and draw on the feeling of love to find peace. The happiest relationships choose love, and know feeling in love keeps the relationship strong. The most successful artists tap into love to build rapport and make powerful emotional connections. Even children know that feeling loved makes everything better. So what's their secret? How do they feel love whenever they choose? First off, people who utilize love in their everyday life recognize its power and value. They understand that feeling love not only feels good, it encourages people around us to feel good too. As life already taught you, when people like you, they're more likely to help you. Feeling good also makes us productive, helpful, and successful in our personal and professional lives. We all know how hard it is to get anything done when we're depressed, irritated, or too emotionally detached. Every task feels insurmountable. Love also reduces stress, boosts the immune system, and helps our bodies heal faster. Research supports what our elders knew all along. Love heals. Spiritual masters are known to mystically avoid or cure illness, heal themselves and others, and live longer. Love feels magical and metaphysical, and it is. But that doesn't mean we can't make use of it to live a better life. You don't need to be in a romantic relationship either to benefit from love. Feeling love for anyone or anything God, nature, the human race, a pet, an idea, all activates the power of love. Love feels magical for a reason. For most of us, we don't feel it on demand. We need a trigger or a symbol to tell our bodies to feel love. Maybe you wait for the right scent, the right look, the right person. Perhaps you like the uncertain excitement of love and spend your life waiting for it to take you by surprise. Understanding love doesn't make it less magical or unexpected. It simply means you can bring it into play when you want to feel its benefits. Perhaps love's intensity scares you. At times it takes over your thoughts and encourages dramatic decisions. Do you close yourself off from love because you don't know how to intentionally create it? When you understand love, you know how to both feel love's magic while maintaining a sense of self. People who feel love on a regular basis understand how to talk to their subconscious and trigger it to feel love when it's beneficial, maybe before a family gathering, or to find motivation when we feel tired or disconnected. They also know how to detach from feeling love, like when we need to make a hard decision, or emotions will negatively influence our greater good. Love is a place in our mind where time seems to stand still. Our bodies feel fluid and natural, and we see our surroundings with such clarity and knowing, almost as if we can see and know everything about this one moment. We get a glimpse of our own perfection, beyond our everyday experience. Being in love means your surroundings may not be ideal, yet your mind sees the perfection of it, calmly, clearly. When you are in love, you have a wonderful time out of time experience. You know what you're doing and what you need to do next. You find both calm and joy in life, and you watch everything around you move in a seamless, effortless ballet of living and knowing. You're totally absorbed in the beautiful harmony of the universe, of reality. You may have other emotions, more complicated emotions, but they don't seem to even matter. Only right now. Only this moment. Nothing else. Time slows down, and you feel a oneness with everything, a kinship with everyone. When you're in love, there is no past or future, simply the experience of right now. Enlightened persons achieve their greatness by creating, allowing a state of love, entering that otherworldly flow of the universe. Those moments when you just sense the rightness of your life, the connection of all living and non-living things, not only a positive hope, but an innate knowing that this time, this place, and you yourself are an amazing miracle. Those times when it feels you just can't take a misstep, almost as if you've become separate from the cares around you and are simply enjoying the experience. Masters who regularly feel in love practice relaxing, being present, and seeing a larger picture of reality, focusing their attention on this one moment in time. Like the yogis of India or the masters of the Far East, they purposely direct their heart to letting love in, keeping any conflicts from blocking love's powerful healing energy. The more you meditate and practice focusing on one loving thought or word, such as compassion or joy, the more reliably you feel love gracefully on demand. In short, there are 4 necessary components to being and staying in love. First, being totally present to this one moment in time. Second, feeling every emotion that comes and gently guiding your heart back towards a memory, a symbol, a knowing that represents love to you. Third, practice feeling and directing your emotions. And fourth, creating regular time and space to feel love. When you disappear into love, everything else disappears. When you enter the state of love, you don't think in the everyday sense of the word. Your mind becomes more akin to someone in deep trance or meditation. Thoughts are like butterflies that lead you down a path of joy and well-being. You feel totally detached from the past, the future, and are completely focused on feeling in love. When you have no thoughts of outcome, when you are thoroughly in love with the universe, your mind quiets, only hearing what is necessary, both in and outside yourself, while your heart expresses compassion and kindness. It's this special kind of heart speak that gives you seemingly mystical powers of intuition, healing, knowing for yourself and others. You have a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. Your unconscious mind does things for you that you don't know how to do consciously. For example, it controls attraction and inspires creativity, broadens your perspective, finds patience. The unconscious mind can be more consciously directed, especially by using hypnosis, than people commonly realize. People sometimes run into difficulties when they try to purposely force unconscious processes, say by consciously trying to meditate. But when you relax and trust your unconscious mind to do what it knows best, then you'll find yourself feeling love so much easier. In fact, compassion, kindness, physical and mental well-being feel like a natural byproduct of the meditative state you achieve while in love. This session helps you begin to access this state much more powerfully and often. And right now, I'd like you to just quiet your mind, or even close your eyes, which is a wonderful beginning when you want to feel love, feel loving. And it's wonderful that your unconscious mind can so easily let you slow down, open your heart. It's so lovely how much better your life is when you open your heart to love, and you don't have to consciously relax or try to feel loving. When you begin to hear your breathing so evenly, so deeply, because your unconscious mind knows what to do. And when you feel your chest breathing in and out without seemingly any effort from you, when you start to hear your heartbeat like a beautiful proof of life, of living, when you calm down so deeply, your conscious mind is quite uninvolved with the grace of your breath, the rhythm of your heartbeat. You feel a warm heaviness start to settle onto your body. You feel grounded. You feel safe, like when you were a child wrapped securely in a blanket. And you can totally trust your unconscious mind to breathe life-giving oxygen, to pump nutrient-rich blood into all your muscles, cells, and even DNA, taking care of everything you need to be present to the here and now, bringing a deeper kind of quiet, a more open state of mind to the sound of these words. And there have been times when you suddenly felt a loving presence, a loving thought, and you instinctually reflected that love wherever you were, maybe with a look, or a thought, or a gesture, and maybe that love took you to a deeper place, a more meaningful place, and you don't have to try, to consciously try, to feel love, because it's just there, inside of you, where it's always seemed to be. And you realize you can feel love by simply guiding your thoughts towards loving memories, symbols, or stories from your life, to the sounds of these words that you hear in your mind, because it's not the everyday that knows just how to begin to feel so relaxed and loving in your face right now. But that deeper subconscious part that can begin to do this for you. And as you begin to notice a deeper, slower kind of breathing, sometimes the sound of restful breathing can feel kind of far away. In a way, sounds around just disappear. When you drift into a beautiful state of right now, or focus your thoughts on a word or idea like love, to the point that everything and even time itself seems to vanish, and the feeling of love starts to blossom within you like magic. And that part of your mind that knows that love can spread that infinitely deep relaxation, comfort, all the way down your arms and your back, now like a warm bath of deep, soothing comfort, as it glides gently over your head, over your eyes and cheeks and shoulders, like a warm pool, bringing deep, refreshing, loving, flowing over and through your entire self, feeling a wave of warmth as you relax every muscle from your head to your toes, as you relax deeper to every single loving moment. And you can find that all of you relaxes deeper to the sounds around you, to the words floating in the air, like the distant sound of birds and water filling the air, creating a lovely background of sound, each word with the power to calm, to feel connected, to see the beauty and perfection of everything there is, becoming more and more restful, until every cell of you, every molecule of you, feels peaceful and clear in the silence beneath the sounds, at the center of silence, in the peace at the heart of peace. And And it's not just the thoughts and ideas of feeling in love. It's letting the love that is always present into your whole self. Letting yourself experience the love that you carry with you for all humanity in your breath and your heartbeat and your body. In love with what is now, this 1 second, totally absorbed in the beauty of living, so connected, so peaceful, so loving. And you increasingly find that next level of loving within yourself that you didn't even know was there to this degree, but your unconscious now knows it is there and how to get and be in love. You unconsciously know how to get into the magical meditative state where you're completely focused on loving and well-being. Utterly relaxed and mentally clear, becoming so now, totally immersed in love. And when you're in love, like the greatest mystics are, you'll notice a strange calmness, a kind of euphoria, to share that love and well-being with everyone you meet, effortlessly, as if they are all your beloveds. And you begin to get a sense of traveling in your mind to a place where love is easy and effortless, where you're no longer loving consciously. You're loving with a kind of instinct in a different dimension, traveling through a tunnel of light into a universe where compassion and care are rewarded. Do that now. And you come out of the tunnel of light and look before you. Perhaps it looks like a flowered meadow by a brook, and as you walk closer, you smell something that gives you a deep sense of peace. What is it? What do you smell? And put that sensation away in your mind to remember when you need to feel peace. As you stand by the water, you hear something that gives you a deep sense of connection. What do you hear? Now put that sensation away in your mind to remember when you need to feel connection. As you look down into the water, you see symbols that give you a feeling of love and well-being. What are they? What do you see? And put that sensation away in your mind to remember when you need to feel love. And as you walk away from the water, back through the meadow, a taste comes into your mouth that gives you a sense of happiness. What is that taste? And put that sensation away in your mind to remember when you need to feel happiness. And as you start to walk towards the tunnel of light, you anchor all that you've smelled, heard, seen, and tasted here to use in your everyday universe whenever you'd like to feel love. Perhaps putting the entire universe in a special room in your mind where you can walk into it anytime you like. A room where you see life for what it is and accept all its beings, including yourself, with compassion and love, in a way that sees them clearly, kindly, seeing and looking past their human behaviors that come from frustration, fear, and confusion. Put that universe in a room now. And you come out of the tunnel to a time in your life when living and loving is easy and effortless. A time you've really been in love, received love unconditionally. Seeing any challenges, any differences as beautiful expressions of being human. Just starting to notice what you see and feel in that memory, perhaps as a child, or your first love, or with a beloved elder. More than just living in love. Entering that realm of perfection, really starting to get the sense of floating in time and tuning into that experience like the call of your name, fully attuned, fully engaged, feeling the sense of freedom, clarity, love, joy, and beginning to feel totally connected, totally in the moment, inside your mind, now. And each and every time you relax deeply to this session, you will notice this more and more. You really begin to enjoy this process of being in love whenever you want, totally connected. And you can start to consider right now the very best time, a time when love is going to be present. Perhaps as you begin to prepare now and begin to focus and find yourself now, just beginning to flow into the best and the best state of mind, really observing how your unconscious can really enter a state of love so powerfully for you, into the next level of being, right into your highest self. And spend timeless moments in your mind now, deep into the flow of time, utterly one with the essence of love, as you actually become love, become the loving, right now. And over the coming days and weeks, you can really look forward to being in a state of love, the longer periods of time, as it starts to become the normal experience for you, while at the same time feeling somehow more than normal, because love is a natural state of being. That's it. And for now, you can just begin. Prepare to. So gently now. That's it. Let the vision and sensations fade as you start to notice your breathing. And you can listen to this session often and deepen this experience each time that you do. And as you prepare to return now, on 1, that's it, feeling very good as you do so, you can begin to feel wide awake. And 2, noticing what you're doing, the position of your body, and the sensations around you. And 3, as you reorientate to the here and now, and you can just come all the way back to the place that you're in now. And as you open your eyes, you might enjoy a nice stretch. And welcome back. Excellent. Remember to relax to this every day for a week, and several times a week thereafter, especially when you're in pain and find living and being in love difficult. The more you relax to this download, the more you train yourself to remember to be in love. You'll naturally find yourself opening your heart and tuning into your body. We'd love to hear how you find your experiences after you've been using this download for a while. There are other associate sessions available at livingnaturally.bandcamp.com, which you might find helpful for managing pain or changing your mind. My name is Rita Hickman with Living Naturally and Inspire. Thank you for listening, and the very best of luck to you.